a solution as well?
All right. I think with agriculture, first things first, before even we talk about cost of even production, we need to find out, do we have even land that we can farm in? Am I able to afford land as a young Kenyan? Am I able to rent out land? Do I have that amount of money to even start with that in the first place? Do I even have the skills to understand agriculture? I'll say it again, most of the problem we have as a country again is the issue of, let's say, classism with jobs. Like we have mentioned before, the society, how the society perceives certain jobs. I did agriculture in high school. I was called to do an agriculture course at Egerton University. I was like, I'm not going to the farm.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that. I can't be seen.
Yeah, there are other opportunities in the same sector that don't necessarily require to till the land.
You know, we are young. We didn't know these things. The 844 system was such a, I don't know, I'll call it a bad system, that we were not trained to know that agriculture si shamba. You could get a job, you could even be a teacher, you could even, you know, come up with even reforms on how to improve it and even policies. We didn't know all those things. So the main fact, you think about agriculture, unafikiria tu kwenda shamba kulima, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Let me go, I want to be a journalist, let me go practice that. Again, it starts with the society. And I'm happy that we do have CBC, and children are able to understand that farming si uchafu peke, ni kazi yenye ineza kupea, you know, good returns. I could, you know, I have friends who did farming and they work in Netherlands and Holland and all these countries, and they're making good money because, you know, of their skills. They're able to be brought in such countries because they don't have the young people to be able to do such jobs. And, you know, it's good paying jobs. Another sector I would tell the young people to consider is content creation. Yes, it pays. There are many platforms that you could earn. That is TikTok, that is Facebook, that is YouTube. I also earn from Facebook. I share content on Facebook. I'm able to get a little bit of money that is able to provide me with 1 to 3 things. Another thing that most people don't look into, the 2 skills. There are things like virtual assistants that you could do that could give you really good money. I know people who work at call centers abroad, but they work in Kenya. They work remotely, and they're able to earn around $2,000 a month. That is good money that can, you know, help me go into that agriculture that, you know, it's too expensive. Why am I supposed to rent land? Yeah.
Blanche.
Let me start by clearing my name because corruption is actually quite a sensitive issue. I'm not advocating for corruption. I'm just saying that sometimes I truly understand parents who go to such lengths because, like, desperate moments call for desperate measures. And also tell your friend who is operating a pharmacy at home, he or she is cheating the government out of its due share of
taxes.
Yes. And what I would actually, and it's actually, I think it's illegal. If he's doing that, that is endangering the lives of people. You really need to be out there. We know that you're certified. Your license framework is visible. So encourage him or her to come out and operate in broad daylight where people can actually see and have trust with his or her business. My take on, I would like to advocate for our government and the president to actually promote exports rather than import, so that a lot of manufacturing can happen, industrialization. Companies and industries can be created. You know, in an industry, it can accommodate white-collar jobs. It can create white-collar jobs and at the same time accommodate people with technical skills. So it is going to be like a win-win situation.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And Jerry, final word. I think our time is almost up.
Okay, mine, I'll talk about agriculture, having coming from Kirinyaga, where we do farming. There is horticulture, there is rice, there is tea and coffee. And I think one of the greatest problems that we have, it is the government policies, where we have people or companies importing, like, for instance, rice, duty-free, when we have more rice in the stores, and farmers have used a lot of money to do the farming, but when it comes to market, hawezi pata soko ya kuuza, because now we have rice coming from abroad, Pakistan, inauzwa na bei ya chini. I would also want to talk about our members of parliament who do the create through we have a bill that is already passed, that has already passed the first reading, making sure that the farmers, tea farmers, will be having some money that they will be losing in the next harvest ama rate yenye inakuja. We would like to tell the government or to request the government to encourage young people through encouraging or giving favorable conditions for the investors who can come in, maybe have the industries that can add value to our product. Maybe kama ni tomato, tunapatanga tomato, maybe we can even import, but in Mwea we have farmers who are farming in large scale tomatoes. If we have a processing plant there, and I know agriculture is somehow devolved, so our governors, you received devolution, since devolution came, it is 15 years ago. And we have so many funds being pumped into our counties, but we can see or reap very little. So the government should look into, if they need to encourage or they want young people to be encouraged to go into agribusiness, they must see hapa kuna pesa inatoka. At least you do farming, at the end of it you can afford a suit, you can afford the kiatu yenye unataka, but not about being a farmer and you cannot even afford to eat or a party hata kwa market yenye utapeleka hizo nyanya upati.
Asante sana. And yes, indeed, that has been our conversation. Matters to do with education and the balance. We are very educated, a very educated society with a huge population of educated young Kenyans who are simply unemployed. And we're trying to balance on to get where is the disconnect? And I think we may not have gotten all the problems or tried to solve everything, but at least we agree there's a serious mismatch in skills, that what you go to school to learn is not probably what the economy needs, that the societal mindset is still a problem, that we may actually see there's money there, but I won't go there because watasema nini, nitaambia nini watu. That is a problem, and you are the ones who have said it. And of course, we can't absolve leadership from blame, that the government and those in power and policymakers in parliament need to step up. Thank you so much for your contributions this morning. I'd like to acknowledge all of you and do so correctly. So let me start by Njeri Mbogo, National Chair wa Rembo na DCP. We have Sakawa Ombengi, Youth Leader Jubilee Party. We have Njamio Blanche, Empowerment Hub Chair, Juliet Nyabuto, Queens for Matiang'i Chair Lady, Victor Sankara, economist and youth advocate, and Gakuna Castro, who's a political scientist and founder, National People's Guard. Thank you so much for your time at TV47 this morning. Yes, matters employment, youth unemployment specifically, will continue being a big discussion. We continue churning out graduates today. A new crop of people are joining universities after receiving their KCSE exams this morning. Yes. It is a Feel Good Friday here at TV47.